What's going on, guys? Welcome to my show, Once Upon a Fade. My name's Jake, also known as Suede Fades. Here on this show, you have the chance to call in anonymously and tell me your craziest barber, salon, or client perspective stories. And if you or anyone you know has an insane story that they need to get off their chest anonymously, make sure to call in right here. But first, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn those post notifications on. And if you're not already, make sure you're following at Suede Fades on TikTok and Instagram. Alrighty, guys, we got our first caller. What's going on, bro? This is Once Upon a Fade. Talk to me. What do we got for your most wild story in a barbershop?
Yo, what's going on, man? So you're talking about the most wild story. It probably could get a little disturbing, but about a decade ago, I worked in a barbershop about a decade ago, and it was a little bit of a ghetto shop.
Yep.
And there was one barber there. There was one barber in there, and he was nasty. He's probably one of the best barbers I ever worked with. But he had like he had a problem with drugs, like with heroin and. Yeah, and like he had a problem so bad that like sometimes he'd be cutting people's hair and he'll be like nodding out, standing up, like literally sleeping, standing up with like the clippers in his hand and like his head like down.
Damn, bro.
And that got him. Yeah, man, that got him into a lot of trouble. Like there was a lot of people that like used to snap at him and like I don't know, he was going through a lot of stuff and something that probably like trumps that is him ODing in the bathroom, like on a Friday, like the most packed time of the day you could possibly think of, little kids and women all over the place, and he had the water running in the bathroom, like in the barbershop, like, and mind you, like the bathroom is like once you walk out the bathroom, like you're literally in the waiting room, like it was like one of those types of setups. God.
So tell me what happened after that, like. You guys all figure this out. How did you guys handle that?
Well, the way that I was the closest station to the bathroom. So he was in there for like at least a half an hour. And then there was like a bunch of like water running from underneath the door.
Yeah.
And so like everybody was like, what the heck is going on right now?
Yeah.
So like we started knocking. Everybody started knocking on the door. And yeah, no response. So like pretty much the owner had to like to break the door down, and then that's when they found him on the.
God.
He actually had the needle in his chest. when
he had the needle in his arm when he was found.
No, it was on his arm. It was like poked into his ribs. I don't know how that happened. I don't know.
Oh my God.
When he fell, it was hanging out of his rib area.
Holy. Oh my God, bro. That's insane. That's got to be that. I couldn't even imagine being there in that situation. Like you got, your coworker, this is someone you see on a daily basis, like someone you talk to, and you're sitting here saying this is one of the nastiest barbers, that or that you knew at that time. And he had that drug issue, but to OD in the bathroom like that is just crazy. I mean, did he end up surviving?
No, he did. Like one of the other barbers, because like honestly, that whole entire barbershop, like everyone had like some type of issue going on.
Yeah.
And one of the barbers had Narcan and ended up Narcaning him before the ambulance even came.
Oh, so my God! Probably saved his life.
Yeah, definitely. He knocked him like 2 times, and he didn't respond. So like he was like pretty much punching his chest, and then that's when he like woke up like a ghost out of hell and shit.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. That's got to be one of the craziest stories I think I've ever heard. That is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've been cutting hair 20 years, and like you're talking about the craziest barbershop story. Like that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Well, I mean, I could definitely see why. I appreciate you calling in. This is a crazy way to start this show. Definitely, I feel like all the viewers. Yeah, I feel like
actually a light.
Go ahead.
There's actually a light at the end of the because this barber I'm talking about, like he actually cleaned himself up. Like the last time I heard from him, he owns a barbershop in West Springfield, and he's doing like really good for himself. So like, that's like a dark time for him, I guess. You know?
Yeah, I mean, what a turnaround. I mean, went and opened up his own shop, and I'm sober now, I'm guessing. I mean, congratulations to him. This is you know, truly amazing. I mean, this is why we're here, you know. This is what we want to hear. We want to hear the wildest stories you got, all types of stuff, and this is truly, I mean, inspiring to say the least. You know, look at that turnaround. I mean, there's plenty of people out there that have, you know, built extreme legacies off of being that low. You know what I mean? So it's truly amazing to see.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
But I do appreciate you calling in and you know, and sharing this story you have. I'm sure everyone's gonna go crazy about this, so I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll be talking with you soon.
Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
All right, bye. All right, guys. Now that we have him off the phone, this is, I mean, just crazy. I mean, you guys can put it down in the comments. Like, have you guys heard anything like that? That's crazy. OD'd in the bathroom, needle still in his rib cage. I mean, imagine that water wasn't running, right? They would have, maybe, you know, when they found him, he might not have had a chance. He may have died in that bathroom. And the fact he went from that point of his life, I mean, that's pretty low. I mean, that's tough. He goes from that point to opening a barbershop and running a business, and a successful business from what it sounds like. I mean, this is why we're here. This is like the juicy stuff. We really like to hear this, and we like to see the people at their lowest, right? And they still come around and bring it to the top. That's why the fuck we're here. You know, this is truly amazing. All right, what's going on? We got our second caller of the night. What is going on?
What up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well.
You got a story for us? You got a story?
I got a little something. This is messed up. I don't know if I gotta be anonymous, but I'm definitely gonna keep the client anonymous. But
yep, keep it all anonymous.
So, yeah, I got this story, right? So it's a regular day in the barbershop. We just chilling, you know, everybody's vibing, having a good time.
Yep.
I'm cutting my clients here, and I'm like, yo, y'all don't, anybody smell that? And everybody's like, nah, like, you don't smell nothing. I had like, yo, when I tell you the stench smelled like burnt kneecaps, like old gym socks. Yeah, I'm talking like breath from like last year, bro. It was terrible. So I'm like, I just kept asking, like, yo, nobody smells that? Like, I turned on the music, bro. I stopped my clippers. Tell me somebody smell anything, bro. Long story short, like, my client had left.
Yeah.
And I realized it was his breath the whole time. And I'm breath. Like, trying to, bro, he had halitosis, prognosis. His breath was crazy, bro.
Yo, his teeth were kicking, huh?
I swear, dude. But I don't know if, I never cut his hair after that day. I don't know if he, like, realized. I don't know what happened, but that was the last time I cut his hair. I didn't mean it. Like, if it was his breath, I wouldn't have put him on blast, but I didn't know what it was, bro. It was terrible, bro.
So you're telling me you're in the barbershop. You're like, damn, does anyone smell that? You're like looking around. You stopping the clippers. You're like,
yo,
damn.
I'm under my shoe. Yeah.
You're like checking for gym bags around the barbershop. That's crazy, dude.
It was wild. I just felt crazy because, like, I was like bugging out about it, and this dude must have been sitting there like sweating, like, damn, I know my breath is kicking.
Yeah, you know he was sweating, bro, because I could just picture it. This must have been an early morning client. He rolled out of bed. He saw the time. He had 15 minutes to be to his appointment. He had a 16-minute drive, you know, but he was racing over there, and he got about halfway before he forgot to hit the Listerine, you know.
It smelled like his mouth was sweating.
Yo, you're crazy for that. Yo, well, I appreciate your story. People are gonna love this, bro. Yo, bro, this is some wild shit. But thank you for calling in. I appreciate you, man. And make sure to stay tuned. We're gonna be posting this very, very soon. Alrighty?
Once upon a fade.
That's it, brother. Talk to you soon.
Peace.
Guys, now if you're a barber or a cosmetologist, I want you to write in the comments right now if you've had a client with rank breath. Okay, let me tell you right now, I've had a couple. And most of the time I understand because, like I said, dude, sometimes we be rushing so fast to our appointments, you might forget to brush, man. You hit the, wet the hair real quick. You tie the shoes, you hop in the car, you get about a quarter, halfway to your appointment. You're like, oh shit. Your barber hits you with that. All right, bro, what we doing? You talking like, yeah, bro, let me get a mid fade. You know what I mean? And so I can definitely understand that one. But all right, let's see who we got next. What's going on? This is Once Upon a Fade. Thank you for being our third caller. This is your chance to tell us your craziest story. Go ahead and hit me with your craziest story.
Okay, so my craziest story is once when I was in barber school, I was staying after to make up some hours, and someone walked in, wanted a haircut, so of course went to the haircut.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to talk to this guy, whatever. He's not really responding all that much, being kind of a weirdo, kind of suspect from the second he sits down. So whatever, continue doing the haircut, and
yeah.
I notice some rustling under the cape, and obviously you're I don't know. Rustling, right? And obviously you're whatever, the person's just shifting, getting comfortable, whatever.
Yeah, those barber chairs ain't comfy enough.
Right, and then there's more rustling. And I was like, what the fuck? Or, heck, sorry. And honestly, the part that threw me off the most is there was a smell. A musty smell.
Musty smell from under the cape, rustling. This is not adding up good right now.
No, and so I'm what the heck is going on? So I'm trying to pay more attention to him now than the haircut, and I realize that he's pleasuring himself while I'm cutting his hair.
No. No.
And me being weird, not knowing what to do, I run up. I'm oh yeah, let me go get a new comb. Throws my comb. Run upstairs back to my teacher that was staying after with me. And I was hey, I don't know what to do. I think this guy's X, Y, and Z.
Oh,
so he ends up going down, going down and picking the guy up, basically throwing him out. But yeah, that's my craziest story.
No, okay. You're telling this is. Are you a barber or are you a cosmetologist?
Barber.
Okay, this is exactly why female barbers hate being female barbers. Because some guys are just creeps, dude. Why? What possesses someone to do this? This has got to be one of the craziest things I've ever heard. We took a couple calls earlier and we heard some insane stories, but oh my God, I didn't think the night could get crazier. This is definitely wild. Well, I really, really appreciate you calling in, and just thank you for that. Everyone is going to be dropping throw up emojis down in the comments. I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing night, and thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Guys. There ain't no way. I have no words. What type of man? What type of man? Just, not only I truly got no words. What type of person, grabs their eggplant emoji and just goes to town, that's unheard of. And I think he only felt comfortable enough because it sounded like, from the way she said it, she was the only girl in the shop at the time. Maybe her boss or teacher was in the back. But this is insane. I mean, who knows where the night could have gone, like, if he wasn't back there. This is out of pocket on so many levels. Absolutely insane. I'm only more excited to see what we have next. As a bonus segment to the show, I'm going to be talking about men's mental health. Guys, I need you to hear this and understand I am not a licensed therapist, physician, or doctor. I'm simply here to be an ear you guys can talk to and get it off your chest. As a man, I understand it's hard to talk to people. So here, you have a nice space where you can chat and you can just talk about it anonymously.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the show. This is Once Upon a Fade. This is our men's mental health segment. Just to clarify, I am not a licensed therapist, physician, or doctor. But if you're calling in, that means you got something on your mind, man, and we'd like to be an ear to listen to it. So go ahead and talk to me, man. What's going on?
All right, so I lost my cousin about 6 months ago now,
Yeah.
and we were very close.
Yeah.
And I guess the hardest part is I'm just trying to move on with my life, and I feel like I'm kind of stuck in the past on that.
Yeah, man.
I really want to keep pushing forward because we had a lot of goals and we had a lot of similar interests in what we wanted to do in life and where we wanted to get. And I feel like I've been beating myself up because I'm not there yet, and I know it's going to happen. But, you know, and it's also just the pain I give every day, you know, waking up, knowing he's not there, but also trying to use that as motivation to keep going. And, you know, it's just, I don't know.
Let me ask you something, man. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay, you're 21 years old, right? Now, you said that you and your cousin that you lost. First off, I'm very, very, very sorry about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said you two had very similar interests and goals in life, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, I understand that you're going through a lot, but you need to understand one thing, and that is that you're very young, right? You're very, very young. So, what I want you to remember is that you have a lot of time to work towards all those goals that you guys had in common, and you'll achieve them. I mean, the fact that you're even sitting here on the phone right now, like talking to me about it, it proves to me that you're the type of man that truly wants to be better, right? You want to get exactly. So if you're that type of man, there's nothing holding you back, and you're young enough that you have the time ahead of you. So I want you to understand, first and foremost, is you're extremely strong, right? And if your cousin could look down and see the fact that you're on this phone call, even chatting about how much you love him and the pain you feel, dude, he's up there fucking loving the shit out of you right now in this moment. So I want you to understand is you're making all the right steps. Is there anything else kind of in life that's got you a little upset?
Yeah, it's just, honestly, it's like ever since I got out of high school, it's just been kind of a rough, I guess you could say 5 years, you know, since I was 16. It was like my mom got a boyfriend, and then and she kind of neglected me when I was, you know, and so then I didn't have a lot of support with that. And then right after that happened, you know, moving all around, trying to figure out where I'm living, and just a lot at once, because when you're in high school, you kind of still have a little bit of a safety net, you know what I mean? And then it's like, so I guess it was just, I felt like I had to grow up very quickly, and then, you know what I mean? On top of it, you know, then losing him, you know, I lost a girl I had been with for a couple years, you know what I mean? Man. We lived together. I feel like I've lost a lot, but I've also definitely gained a lot of knowledge and stuff through it too. But
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I've definitely been through a good amount these last couple years, but I'm just trying my best to not let it just knock me down, because it's like if I'm like, sometimes I don't know if I'm depressed or if I'm just stressed, from everything I've been through, if it's just trauma or it's like, because trauma doesn't go away, it no. doesn't. So
but what I will tell you is that trauma builds a man, right?
Yeah.
As a man, right? A lot of the words you just spoke not only spoke to me, because I was in that position, a very, very similar position. But a lot of people even watching this are going to hear your story and what you're talking about. And if you even think for a second, there isn't a 21-year-old kid or even younger, a kid in high school dealing with very similar, trauma, as you were saying. I mean, you'd be very wrong, dude. A lot of us do have certain points in our childhood up into young adulthood that do get very, very tough. I understand what you're saying. You're saying it all happened at once. And for any single person, that is extremely hard. And you're right? It's very hard to tell the difference between, am I depressed from going through all this, or am I just stressed because I haven't done enough? And at 21, let me tell you, at 21, I thought I knew just about everything there was to know. And looking back, I mean, I'm 26 now. Looking back, I knew nothing, right? Because I have a whole different perspective now. But I understand what you're saying is, at the point you're at is very tough. But what I'm trying to tell you is that as you grow, you're only gonna learn more, and all of that you went through and you're continuing to go through is gonna build you up to be the strongest man possible. And that's what I want to tell you, and just let you know everything's gonna be all right, bro. You just need to keep working, and work your ass off and do things you love, because it will get better, and I do promise you that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Of course, bro. And I'm not too sure where you are, where you're located, but if you follow me on Instagram, you're more than welcome to DM me privately. That would stay between me and you. And if you ever need anything, feel free to reach out, please.
Thank you. No, seriously, this call has honestly helped a lot. It's cleared my mind up a little bit,
Yeah, and I truly hope that you are our first men's mental health caller. So number one, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you being strong enough to reach out. This is huge, and I hope it really inspires other people to call too. And just
actually,
go ahead.
I guess I just feel like a lot of people go through this at this point too. And that's why I'm trying not to feel like I'm alone, because I know that there's probably so many other people that are feeling this way, feeling lost, feeling like, what I mean? What direction am I going?
Yeah.
But I guess I'm trying to just tell myself that I'm gonna figure it out.
You sure are, bro. You absolutely are. I promise you will. You keep working hard and you keep doing the things that make you happy. And on the other side of that, all that pain and that trauma is a really, really big victory. And you're gonna achieve it. I do believe in you.
Thank you.
Of course. And again, if you have any issues or there's anything you want to reach out to me privately, please feel free. I would love to chat with you.
Okay. Thank you very much. This call has helped a lot. Yeah.
All right, buddy. You have a fantastic night. I am very proud of you. And again, keep killing it, keep crushing it, keep working hard. You're going to achieve big things. I believe in you.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your night. I will talk to you very soon.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Wow, guys. Powerful, powerful, powerful stuff. I mean, here he is. He's 21 years old. He's dealing with, the loss of his cousin, who he said was very, very close to him. He's dealing with, issues out of high school. He's dealing with all of this stuff. And I really hope I touched him a little bit where I said, all that trauma, right? And I'm sure a lot of you can relate. it builds up a man. It really, really does. We're meant to go through hard things in life because that teaches us later to appreciate what we have. And I hope he keeps working hard and he pushes. I'm sure he's going to, because he was strong enough to even call this show tonight. And that, to me, is a man who's, you know, sitting here talking about what's on his chest. And that's why I do this. I really want to see you guys. If you have anything, you know, really, really bothering you, it could be the simplest thing. If it's stressing you out and it's hurting your day to day, feel free to call in anonymously and we can straighten everything out. Guys, what an absolutely insane night to remember. If you guys want to be a part of this, make sure you're following me on all platforms. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, TikTok, and most importantly, subscribe here. I love you guys. Thank you for episode 1. There's going to be a lot more where this came from. I love you guys. Stay motivated, stay hydrated, and most importantly, stay tuned.